In the year 1925, in a village called Honolua, the rains came early. The Betrayal people knew this was a sign. The earth was preparing itself for something it had not seen before. A child was born that year. They named him Patrice, a name borrowed from the French, meaning noble one, but names are only wishes. By the age of 6, he worked the fields. His hands knew the hoe, his back knew the sun, but his mind was always elsewhere. While the other children sang and feasted, Patrice sat apart, serious, always with a book. He did not steal the book. He borrowed it from a traveling missionary, from a school teacher, from anyone who would lend him the words. At 18, he stood at the edge of Honolua. In his hand, 3 francs. In his pocket, a forged document. Because the Belgians did not give travel papers to sons of farmers. He walked for days, mostly on foot, through savanna that stretched like an ocean. And then the mining town, Stanleyville, electric lights that never slept, cars that moved without horses. In the library of Stanleyville, he found his second home. While other young men chased women and drank palm wine, Patrice Lumumba chased knowledge. By day, he sorted mail. By night, he sorted ideas. In the postal facility of Leopoldville, he moved faster than the others. His hands knew the addresses. His mind knew the system. He earned 5,000 francs a month, twice what most Congolese earned, half what Belgians earned for the same work. He spoke with a conviction that did not match his youth. He spoke of dignity, of wages, of the right to look a white man in the eye. In 1956, the empire struck back. They arrested him for embezzlement, charges that were true in fact, but political in purpose. The prosecutor looked at him and said, "He owes it to the state that he is not a slave." The judges wrote, not that far away from the most primitive natives. He was sentenced to 2 years. He served 14 months. And in those months, in the stone cell of Stanleyville prison, something changed. Released in 1957, he needed work. He became a salesman for polar beer. He drove a truck. He loaded cases. He walked into bars and markets. He saw the Evolus now with clearer eyes. At their parties, in their suits, with their champagne, they spoke of becoming Belgian. In December 1958, he traveled to Accra, Ghana, the All-African People's Conference. Independence had come to the Gold Coast. In October 1959, the people of Stanleyville rose. 30 died. The Belgians blamed Lumumba. In January 1960, Belgium convened the Round Table Conference. They flew Lumumba straight from prison. He arrived in borrowed clothes, unshaven, carrying the manuscript of his book. In May 1960, the Congolese people voted for the first time. The MNC won decisively. On June 23, 1960, Patrice Lumumba, 34 years old, self-educated postal clerk, former prisoner, beer salesman, became Prime Minister of the Republic of the Congo. June 30th, 1960, Independence Day. The stadium in Leopoldville held 60,000 people. King Baudouin of Belgium had arrived. 30 years old, same age as Lumumba. He expected gratitude. Lumumba was struck from the official program, but he found time on the unofficial program, and he walked to the podium uninvited, unstoppable.
Men and women of the Congo, victorious fighters for independence. We have known the mockery, the insults, the beatings that we had to undergo, morning, noon, and night, because we were Negroes.
The Republic of the Congo has been proclaimed.
For 10 weeks he tried to rule. He formed a coalition. He spoke of peace, but the cracks were already showing. Desperate, Lumumba appealed to the Soviet Union for planes. He was not a communist, but he was desperate. On September 5, 1960, President Kasavubu dismissed him. Lumumba declared Kasavubu deposed illegally, impossibly. On September 14, 1960, Colonel Joseph Mobutu seized power in a CIA-endorsed coup. The dream had lasted 10 weeks. In October 1960, he escaped, under cover of night, with a small group of loyalists. He believed he could reach Stanleyville. On December 2, 1960, they found him on a road at a checkpoint. They pulled him out, they beat him, they took him. When they landed in Elizabethville, Belgian officers were waiting. The trap was closed.
No brutality, no torture has ever made me plead for mercy, because I prefer to die where I had my head up.
With unshakable faith and deep confidence in the destiny of my country, rather than live in submission and spurning of sacred principles.
They used sulfuric acid to destroy the evidence. They burned what remained. They scattered the ashes to the winds. But you cannot dissolve an idea with acid. On February 13, 1961, the Katangan government announced that Lumumba had escaped from custody and was killed by villagers. Even his enemies proclaimed him a national hero. His village, Analua, was renamed Lumumbayville. Patrice Lumumba, 1925 to 1961, 35 years, father of independence, martyr of unity, prophet of African dignity. His body was dissolved. His name endures. His dream was delayed. It was not destroyed.
Follow Voices of the Old Moon, where every story holds the truth hidden under moonlight.